picking up something on the satellite? Give me a sec, I'm gonna tune in. Sir, I'm having a little interference. I'm checking it out right now. Hold on. I think we found him. Here we go.
You are listening to Wide Range Media Podcast.
Welcome, everyone, to a new live YouTube event, episode 45, I believe. I think we're up to 45. 5 more, we hit the 50 mark. But Happy New Year to everyone out there and everyone at the live chat or in the replay if you're watching this for the second time around. I'm your host, Alex Figueroa, and my co-hosts are...
I'm Pablo.
And this is Ralph Perez from Strange Planet. How are you doing?
And, of course, our other co-host.
Happy New Year. This is Silvio from Florida and AboutMenRadio.com.
All right, so basically, we're going to start off this New Year's with the most anticipated movies of 2018. Before we get to that, I would like to say if you have not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel or hit the like button if you like the episode. And also, all notes, show notes, videos, or podcast audio also is up on widerangemediaproductions.com. You guys got any announcements before we go on? If not, we will go on.
No announcement.
No. All right. So now we'll hit the announcement button. Let's get into the show. So the most anticipated movie. But before we get there, let's do the music news first. Because since we are Wide Range Media, we should just put the movie to the side and just talk a little bit about what happened over the weekend with Bono and YouTube.
It's been a while. It's been a while since we did music. So let's do it.
So Pablo, you have that quote that Bono said. So,
I do. I had it at a meeting, but I don't have it now.
And this is what I mean, people, when I say we have meetings, and then when people don't get, see what I mean? So forget that whole music thing. Now we're going to the most anticipated movie.
We are.
No, wait.
That's it. No, you just screw the pooch. That's it.
No, I want to talk about that.
Wait, hold
What?
on a second. Hold on. We had a discussion and we were going to talk about it, but I thought it was going to be...
While Pablo's looking for the actual article, I can actually discuss a little bit about it.
Okay. Go
ahead. Because here's the thing. People are making a big rave because Bono said in this article, I believe it was Rolling Stone, that music has become very, and I quote, girly. Be based on today's standards regarding music and I guess radio,
and everything,
radio and the way the music scene is nowadays, on the popular level at least. It's he says that, but of course you got to read the whole thing in context. Now, personally, I wouldn't have used that term to say it, but it kind of opened up a can of worms throughout the journalistic world, the music journalistic world. I
can read it for you if you want.
Please.
I have it here.
Oh, yeah. Finally. Yeah. What we got here?
All right. So this was an interview he did with Rolling Stones. And among other things, they asked him about the state of music today. And this is what he had to say. Quote, "I think music has gotten very girly," he said. And there are some good things about that, but hip hop is the only place for young male anger at the moment, and that's not good. When I was 16, I had a lot of anger in me. You need to find a place for guitars, whether it is with a drum machine, I don't care. The moment something becomes preserved, it is over. He used an expletive, but he's basically saying it is over. You might as well put it in formaldehyde.
Formaldehyde. Yeah,
that's it. So anyway, so that was his quote. He says, in the end, what is rock and roll? Rage is at the heart of it. Some great rock and roll tends to have that, which is why The Who was such a great band, or Pearl Jam. Eddie has that rage. So that's what he's saying.
He meant Eddie used to have that rage. He doesn't have that no more. But I kind of understand where he's coming from.
Okay, go ahead, and then I'll give my 2 cents.
Yeah, I mean, because I grew up around that whole era of the 90s where Pearl Jam became big, Stone Temple Pilots, Soundgarden, Nirvana, if you want to go through the whole band, Green Day. And I mean, I understand it's just different generations. I think that's what it all comes down to. And
Can I add my?
Huh?
Can I add my 2 cents?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. I can understand what he's saying, but he's got to realize him, just like all of us, we all age. And after a certain amount of time on this earth, our rage dampens a little bit. What he's maybe trying to say is there's not enough young artists with that rage to give that rage of rock and roll that we remember when we were young. I mean, AC/DC is, well, they're probably playing their same songs. Well, not anymore now that Malcolm is also gone. But anyway, we don't have anybody new coming out with that lifeblood. You just mentioned, Pearl Jam. Eddie Vedder today is not the Eddie Vedder of the 90s.
Yeah.
And that happens to everybody. So him starting to, quote, oh, The Who. Yeah, of course. We can name a whole ton of bands from that time because they were young at that time. But put Roger Daltrey today singing, and, he could be a Vegas lounge guy. Look at Snoop Dogg. He's friends with Martha Stewart. Everybody ages and they lose that little bit of edge that they had when they were young. That's natural.
I think that, and if I may, and I'm gonna just go to the people already responding, and I see Sandy's. I had a feeling she'd respond like this. I totally get it. Assuming that women and girls don't have the anger to express, and I agree. I mean, you think about all the female front bands. We think of Joan Jett, we think of Heart, we think of
the Bangles.
Well,
that's a girl band. Let's walk like Henry Egyptian. Come on.
The Go-Go's.
The Go-Go's.
The Go-Go's. We're talking about Hole with Courtney Love. We're talking Veruca Salt back in the 90s. Vixen. Yeah. I mean, there's Lita Ford. You got all this. The Runaway. You got all this stuff going on, right? So I think it's not so much about it being girly in the sense of it that it's like for girls or a girl thing. I think if you look at what's masculine and what's feminine, and the two complement each other, and I think what's happening is that there is not enough of the masculine element in music, I think is what he meant to say. And what I mean by masculine, not men per se, but the attributes of that, that are complementary to the feminine. I'm getting too philosophical, but my point is, my eventual point is that things have changed. Life has changed. We are older, and because we're older, I don't know any upcoming bands. Rock music in and of itself has gone underground. Okay. Any rock band, that young people are listening to today, that they're probably from an independent, from the independent world. There's nothing playing on the radio per se, popular radio. Gone are the days of MTV, VH1, and all that. The music video and alternative it's all over. There's something different here, and hip hop still continues to have that thing. However, even hip hop, I believe, in my opinion, has kind of fallen down the sideways of true expression of rage and anger. You want to talk about rage and anger? Rock and roll does that. Rock and roll, Bono even said it's the sound of revenge. That's what he called it once. And and I believe hip hop does that too. But now it's turning into something else. When I was growing up, I wasn't into rap and hip hop, but I really have such a strong appreciation of it now. When I saw remember when we talked about the Netflix series, The Get Down? Remember I told you about that show? About where it started, which was here in the Bronx, New York. And I remember that time period. I remember growing up in all of that. And now I have a deep appreciation of it. It has its place in music, in modern music. Something is changing, though, today. That's not too good. And I think that's what Bono was trying to say. I wouldn't have said girly, though. That's just me.
Yeah, Pablo, talk, because you don't like to cut people off.
No, well, my 2 cents was I disagree with what he said. I totally disagree with what he said.
With Bono or me?
With Bono. I'm sorry. Yeah, I should have clarified. I totally disagree with what he said. And it's not just the word you saying girly, because that was just totally out of context. But his whole premise, and what Sylvia said was the point that I was gonna make, is that when if we listen to music today, like if we go and want to listen to something, we're already too old. We're not gonna go and discover new music, or very rarely do we discover new music. If we want to just listen to something now, we're gonna go back to what we grew up listening, right? We'll go and we'll put on an old record, and and that's it. We're not gonna spend all this time. The people that are discovering new music today are the young people, the way we did when we were younger.
Yeah.
Young people are the most impressionable when it comes to music.
Right.
And if you ask anyone, who's your favorite band, who's your favorite artist, I bet you're gonna say a band that you grew up with when you were a teenager, because that's when you were most impressionable.
Right.
The same thing with Bono. So he's assuming that the rock music of today is not angry enough. And then he goes and mentions The Who, which is a band from the 70s.
60s.
And then he mentions Eddie Vedder, a band from the 90s. We're in 2018 right now. I bet you he can't even mention a young, heavy rock band that the young people, our kids, are into. He can't. And I bet you they're very angry about what's going on in the world today too.
No, but I'm saying is that his fault though?
Who? Bono's fault?
Bono's, yeah.
He shouldn't have said anything.
I don't mean his quote, but I'm not saying about his quote. I'm saying, is it his fault for saying The Who or whatever? Because that means that record labels are not signing good rock bands.
How do we know that? We don't even.
Ask the chat. Is there any band you guys listen to now that's not like from 1990s, 2000s, or whatever, 2017 on up?
Ask the kids.
I'm asking whoever's on the chat.
Wait a minute.
I don't know who's on the chat.
Sandy's on the chat. She said, "No Cure for Death" sounds pretty angry. Do you know about that group? I've never heard of that group.
No.
I don't know. That sounds like a name of it.
No Cure for our age.
Huh?
Yeah. That's the point I'm trying to make, is that he had no reason to make that kind of comment.
You know what it is? Okay.
But I know you're a fan of Bono, so I think you're trying to be a little bit more diplomatic here. I really like U2, and I like all of their stuff. But I mean, to come out and start, and it's not just him. It's Gene Simmons from Kiss. I mean, he said stuff too. This is one of my favorite all-time bands.
Yeah, Dave Grohl said it in the Grammys in front of all the musicians.
Yeah, and Gene Simmons came out and said, rock music is dead. Rock music is dead. Why? Because nobody's selling millions and millions of copies. So that tells you what's good and not good music. I mean, technology changed the music industry right now, and how people listen to music. People don't buy CDs anymore. People don't buy records like we used to.
Mm-hmm.
People listen to music other ways. They stream it or they go to YouTube. But that does not mean that there's not good music out there. It's just not as maybe commercial as it once was. But there's good rock music out there. But again, someone in my age is not going to go out and pursue all this new rock music, because my music is already from the era that I grew up in.
Yeah.
That's the quote I would have made.
Thing, yeah, with guys like you just said, Gene Simmons and Bono from U2. I mean, they don't have the edge they had when they first came out. I mean, just listen to stuff from the Joshua Tree and anything from one of his latest albums.
Yeah, they came out with Songs of Experience just this past month, and I have the album, and I listened to the whole album, and I was like, I even felt it. I mean, there are like 3 songs I really like.
What you felt,
but
Ralph?
it's not like
you know what you felt.
This is really different. What did I feel?
For the Joshua Tree. After listening, that's what you felt.
What did I feel?
You felt reaching for the Joshua Tree and wanting to listen to that after listening to you for a few.
Yeah.
And I make fun of it, but like I'm gonna go back to Kiss. Kiss released an album like 5 years ago, right? The new stuff, and I listened to it, and I said, "Okay, not bad." But you know what? My next intention was go back and listen to Alive 2. Go back and listen to Destroyer.
Listen to Deuce. Shout it out loud. Stuff that they did early on. It doesn't compare, and they've got to realize that too. I think they're just lamenting that they're not putting out the kind of music that they once did. But if they were to really be the mentors of rock and go and find these younger bands, the ones that have the edge, the ones that are still hungry, and bring them out, they'd be doing rock and roll a favor rather than just sitting back and saying stupid things like rock is dead.
I agree, and that's a good point.
I
If you
agree
want to
too.
do something about it, do that. Support the up and coming bands.
You got to
today.
think about the time period. You know, I mean, Bono's talking from a time period of the late 70s when he was going to high school. You know, he was sneaking off to see groups like The Clash. Remember, this was the late 70s. So this is the punk era. We're talking about The Clash. We're talking about the Ramones.
In Northern Ireland.
In Northern Ireland. Yeah. Well, you know, the
So-
Sex Pistols, The Damned, The Clash, Television. You know, there are these bands that a lot of people didn't know, but they were on the underground at that time. They were the underground. It wasn't until a few years later that they hit the mainstream, those groups, especially The Clash and the Ramones, you know. But until then, they weren't nobodies. And guess who was seeing them? Bono.
Yeah.
Bono and his friends, you know. And that was their way of getting their anger out. Like, you know, sometimes, you know, music is therapeutic. I've been using it lately for my own personal therapy, but it, you know, it really is. There's something about it. And as a musician, it hurts me to see the way it's gone. But I also predict a resurrection of rock music at some point in the future. Hopefully it will happen before I leave this world. But let me tell you, I'm waiting. I can't wait.
Once these other guys shut up.
Yeah, pretty much.
And I love them all. You know, you just mentioned it. Bono,
Yeah,
Gene
they're
Simmons.
great.
Yeah,
They're great. All of them are
shut up.
legends. All of them are legends.
Absolutely.
All right, you guys are good to move on.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Sorry, Alex.
The
Didn't
hate
know,
to Bono.
what happened? You don't have nothing to say about this, Alex?
Nah, I really don't care. I really don't.
But you're so mean.
It's just I don't care about.
Do the whatever. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Good day, sir.
Whatever.
No, I mean honestly, it's like it really doesn't. I mean, yeah, I mean he can say whatever the hell he wants because he's sitting in a mansion while everyone else is struggling to get to where he is. So it's like he could. It's like okay, that's cool. I mean, a lot of people try to back it up, but it doesn't do no justice unless these artists, like you said, Ralph, come out and make their own record labels and sign these underground bands. If they don't do it, then it's hard for them to get noticed.
For now.
Because SoundCloud, you know, anyone could do all that stuff. But
Yeah.
all right, so let's get to the most anticipated list of 2017 movies.
2018.
18 movies.
Welcome, Happy New Year, and now it's 2018, and we got a lot of movies to look forward to this year.
Yes. So you want to go around the table on the 5 through 2?
And we're gonna, Alex, we'll do it the same way we did the
Last
top
week.
movies, our favorite movies of 2017, right?
Yeah.
All right, so we'll start with honorable mentions first.
Oh,
And before we go on, none of us has seen each other's list. Like we don't know what's on each other's list. So this
Right.
is all. We're gonna go around and we're gonna say honorable mentions. It could be either from 2 to 3 or 4, probably up to 4, just to make it quick.
Keep it quick.
Yeah, and then we'll go around and we'll mention our top 5 through 2, leaving number 1 till the end. We'll
Okay.
go around. We'll say 5 through 2, and then when we all say our 5 through 2, then we'll come around and we all say our number 1 most anticipated movie of 2018.
Okay.
So that's
All
the
right.
format. Sounds good.
Okay.
Awesome.
All right.
Alex, why don't you moderate it and let us know who you want to go first? And
well, since Silvio hasn't been here since a week, go ahead, Silvio, because you started the one for last week, but you didn't get to join us.
Sorry. Okay, guys. Honorable mentions. Actually, I saw a trailer for this the other day. It's called Alpha, and it goes back like 20,000 years, early humans. It looked like there was some sort of expedition. There's very little scripting in this, and somebody gets hurt and ends up with a wolf, which I think they were trying to hunt or whatever. They didn't really do too much in the trailer, but it looks like this is a companionship that starts the whole dog to man relationship. And it
That's
looked
strange.
it looked kind of interesting. It looked very. Obviously, you know, we're
Wait.
going back, so there's not going to be much of a script, visual, and from the trailer, it didn't look that bad. So I'm looking forward to that as an honorable mention.
Okay.
Oh.
You have any others?
I do. There's one that us Latinos might know and might be surprised by, There's a
Coco
CGI.
too.
Very, very close.
Ha,
Condorito.
Condo.
Oh yes,
You
yes.
What's
guys hear
that?
about this? Condorito.
No.
In the 1970s,
I know what that is.
Condorito is it's like a little condor. Um, what do they call it? Anthropomorphic when you humanize it. Anyway, it was a comic strip that came out of Chile in the late 70s. And if you remember the late 70s, early 80s, there was a lot of military repression and everything. So some things kind of got hidden in the cartoon, but it was very funny. It was kind of graphic
I
at
remember
times.
reading that as a kid.
Yeah, and it was actually a pretty good strip. Then it got bought out by a major media company. It was a media company from Argentina. They softened it. It wasn't as good. The original stuff from Chile was a lot better. And in January, they're releasing Condorito CGI. And yeah, it looked pretty interesting. And I've got one more that's being released, I think, in the summer, Bohemian Rhapsody, which is the biopic of Freddie Mercury, done by, who's the guy who does Borat? Sasha.
Wait.
Cohen.
No, it's not him.
No, it's not him who's playing him. It's the guy from
he's not-
Mr. Robot, the TV show.
That's what I thought, but I saw on the thing today, and when I saw the actor's name, I said, "Wait a minute! I thought it was the guy from Mr. Robot that's going to be playing Freddie
Yeah.
Mercury."
Yeah, it's
He was in Rogue One
Okay.
also.
Yes,
Mhm.
yes, yeah, I know that. So anyway, Bohemian Rhapsody.
No,
I'm kinda
no,
looking
wait.
forward to it.
I'm getting confused. It's the guy from Mr. Robot.
yeah.
No, he's
Yes,
not
the
in
guy
Rogue
from
One.
Mr. Robot.
He's not in Rogue One.
Yes.
I'm confusing Rogue One with the guy from forget it.
Okay, we're all confusing everything. Let's forget about it all. In
It's
the
someone
summer,
playing-
somebody is going to be portraying Freddie Mercury
And it's gonna
in a movie called Bohemian Rhapsody,
But I do know
and
this.
hopefully it'll be good.
I do know this about that movie. They lost their director,
Yeah, I heard there was
Bryan
some-
Singer.
Well, he filmed most of the movie. It's not
Yeah.
like he filmed it, but they just got someone else. But whatever. I didn't see that
Didn't he
movie.
do that with another movie?
Huh?
Oh no, that was Zack Snyder. Sorry.
Yeah.
That's Zack Snyder.
Okay, Ralph, go ahead.
Yeah. Top
Honorable
five-
mention.
top 4. Oh, honorable mention.
mentions.
Yeah, honorable mentions.
honorable
Ralph always gotta go
mentions.
off the reserve.
Honorable mentions for me. I know, right? That's
I'm
Follow
sorry,
the
Ralph.
rules.
Ralph,
I'm
before you
following the
go on-
rules, man. I'm following the rules. Give me a minute.
Ralph, I'm sorry. Before you go on,
Yeah.
can we do a quick live chat?
Yes.
Jose
Yes.
Rosado from live chat just said that Sacha Baron left the project years ago. So I guess he was the original Freddie
Okay.
Mercury, and then he left.
Okay.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Gotcha.
And I guess your wife said, "What's popping sexy?"
Come on, why you have to tell everybody that, man? Why you have to like put that out there, Alex? Come on, man.
It's in the chat. Oh, free game.
Oh, that's true.
Free
Yeah.
game. Anyway, so go ahead. Give us your honorable mention, sir.
I have 2 of them.
Go ahead.
I have 2 of them. One is it's actually coming out this weekend. Funny enough, the first horror movie of 2018, Insidious. The
Okay.
Lost
Ooh,
Key.
okay.
That was pretty good.
And I think it's a prequel. Yeah, I could be wrong. But it does have the old lady again with her 2 companions and it involves her family directly. So it's a big conflict there, ready to explode. Looks creepy as heck. Check it out. Another one is the X-Men movie about the Phoenix. What's that called again?
If you don't know, then that means it's not.
No, it is honorable
X-Men
mention.
the Phoenix.
Dark Phoenix.
Fiery, huh?
Dark Phoenix.
What Phoenix?
X-Men Dark Phoenix.
Dark Phoenix. The one I was gonna say fiery.
Fiery something.
Fiery Phoenix.
Yeah, like it's Battle of the Planets and drawing. Anyway, no. You know what I'm talking about. So yeah, those 2. I'm looking forward to seeing those 2 honorable mentions. Yes.
All right, Pablo.
Okay. My honorable mentions, I got 4, and I'll go through them really
Lord.
quickly. Okay. Shut up, Alex.
You got 4
Come on,
honorable
You got
mentions?
4. This dude must have had the
TikTok.
homework.
TikTok.
Oh, no, boy. Go ahead.
I was I was paying attention to our meeting. Okay.
Yeah, I bet you did. Let's go.
All right. So my honorable mentions. The first one I have is Sicario 2.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really looking forward to this one. I love the first one. Sicario is probably one of my favorite movies, recent movies. But this one, like, I'm looking forward to it. Different director. Emily Blunt is not back in it, so but her story ended in the first one. They're going in a different direction, but I'm looking forward to it. So that's in my honorable mentions. Another one I have is Ant-Man and the Wasp. Now this one didn't make my top 5, although I really loved the first one. But
Marvel's busy this year.
yeah, Marvel has quite a few, and I do have a few Marvels in my top. So, but we'll get to that in a second. But Ant-Man and the Wasp, I'm looking forward to it, and that's another one of my honorable mentions. The next one I have is Mission Impossible 6. I'm a fan of the franchise. Yeah, Tom Cruise. I'm a fan of the franchise. You can't go wrong with the Mission Impossible series, and that's definitely my honorable mentions. And the last one that I have, this one I was debating, putting this one in or not, but I was thinking, is this a movie that's going to make me want to go to the movie theater and see it? And this one is a definite yes, and that is The Nun.
Yes.
The what?
Oh my God, that's coming out this year.
That's coming out this year.
Yes.
The Nun,
Oh snap!
the spin-off off from
The Conjuring.
From The Conjuring 2.
Oh my God, The Nun. People are gonna
Right
be
there,
losing
Ralph?
their minds.
You're right,
okay.
bro. You like
you need a break.
No, dude, that was creepy.
Yeah.
He said,
That
"Oh
was
my god!"
Don't you remember how that was?
Yes.
Yeah.
That what didn't that scare you to that? And Alex, that scared you. I know it got you.
Did. It did.
You were traumatized. And I know you're not gonna go see it.
I am gonna go
Yeah.
see it.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, I can. Yeah, I can.
Oh, we're brave. Okay, cool.
All right, so those are my 4.
I can
honorable
close
mentions.
my eyes. Doesn't mean I didn't say that you don't have to close your eyes.
All right,
But
Alex, what's your,
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Pablo. What you said?
that's it, and those are my 4.
Those are your
Oh.
4.
Okay.
Yeah, what's your,
Mine's is kind of, it's funny because when we went through our meeting, we had our production meeting. Most of these movies, I was just like, I could wait for them on digital or Blu-ray. But my honorable list
I can't see myself.
Go.
would be very unprofessional, Ralph. Very unprofessional.
Hey, I love my kids. I can't help it.
Very unprofessional. Oh no. Anyway,
I appreciate it. Thank you.
number 8
Sorry
would
about
be number 8 would be Ocean's 8.
you really?
Number 8 would be Ocean's 8.
I am shocked.
Yeah, it's not. Honestly, the only reason why I put in my honorable list is because if they put Sandra Bullock's character, the sister of George Clooney, as Danny Ocean's sister, then I'll say, you know what, it's pretty cool because I guess that whole family would be, they're all heist people. But we all know that the original Ocean's movie, where Frank Sinatra and Sammy Davis Jr. and all those guys, Dean Martin from the 60s, the Rat Pack. We all know those are the original. But again, Ocean's 8. And so I was like, all right, Jurassic Park Fallen Kingdom is the other one that I put there.
Wow.
I really don't care for it, but I just threw it there just to throw it there. But it's one of those movies that you got to go see a dinosaur movie. It's like you're guaranteed you have to go see it. So I know I'm going to be dragged to see it. But it looks like Lost World, just modern take of Lost World. So
it has a similar kind of idea.
yeah, it's the same movie. I mean, if I go through Ocean's 8, it's the same thing as Ocean's 11 from 1960 and Ocean's 11, 12, and 13 that we saw a few years ago. It's just with females. So those are my only 2.
Okay.
But yeah, other than that, let's go to our top 5 through 2.
Oh, wait
right.
a minute. In our honorable mentions, I don't know if anybody had like a haha list. I can't believe that anybody would want to go see these movies. But I just wanted to bring up Tyler Perry has a Medea family funeral coming out.
No, are you serious?
Yeah.
Are you joking?
No, I'm not.
And in October, he's gonna have Butu.
Mamma Mia, here we go again.
Oh my God.
Oh, Lord.
Dude, I saw the preview to that. I enjoyed the first movie. I admit it. I liked it. It was fun.
Okay, and then there was a stupid movie that I saw a trailer for called Smallfoot.
Smallfoot?
Yes.
Oh.
Basically, it's Yetis talking about the mystical creature, which is humans and their Smallfoot, rather than us thinking about big. It's really stupid looking. Anyway, I wanted to bring that up.
Oh, well, let's go into the chat before we break down our movies. In the chat,
Yes,
we
let's
have
ask
some
what
people
they-
talking. We have one person says.
But don't mention what their list is. Let's do that after, because some of those movies are gonna end up on our list. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like
Well, if
people
they have an
posting
honorable
them-
mention to throw in,
Oh, that's their honorable mention. Okay, I can see.
I
that.
don't know. Maybe they.
Well,
do.
I don't
it
know.
is,
They're
it
just
is,
naming
it is.
movies left and right. But all right, just go through your 5 through 12. Let's just do that. Then we go on this list because there's a lot of movies here. I bet
Okay,
it's on your
all right,
list.
so let's do that.
Okay.
Who's first?
I'll go first.
Okay.
I'll go first. My number 5 would be Avengers: Infinity War.
Okay.
I mean, it's a must. It's going to be on
Wow.
everyone's list. There's no way everyone's going to say they're not going to see Avengers.
Man, that's
Yeah.
down on the list.
Yeah,
Okay,
number
good.
5. Number 4 is Creed 2.
Hmm.
I like my Rocky movies. Number 3 would be The Predator. I love my Predator movies.
Mhm.
I can't believe
Number-
they're doing that again.
And number 2 is Mission Impossible 6.
Oh,
I
very
love
good.
my spy and my action movies.
Nice.
So, Silvio, what you got?
Okay, my number 5 is Incredibles 2.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay, my number 4 is Halloween.
Dang, I thought
My number 3 is The
Ralph is
Post.
changing. Ralph is changing. His
Yeah,
list.
he's
wait a
changing
minute,
it.
wait a
No,
minute.
he can't change the
You
list.
can't. He's like the
Wait,
nun.
wait.
Halloween.
How do you spell that? Is that the 2 L's?
Is there a double E?
No, it's there. I had it. I was hoping I'd be the only one with it. That's what it was. But
Okay, what did I just say?
You said Halloween.
Okay, that was my number 4. My number 3 is The Post. My
Did
number
that come out?
Yeah, that came out already.
No, The Post comes out this week. Released
Oh.
everywhere. I'm in
Oh.
Florida. You guys may have gotten it last week, but released everywhere this week.
The one with
next
Tom
week.
Hanks, right?
Yeah, Tom Hanks,
that-
Meryl
yeah.
Streep.
But that's technically a 2017 movie because it's going to be eligible for this year's
Yeah,
Oscars.
Oscars. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, then let me scratch that out of my list. Make room for something else. Okay,
You
my
can take
new,
it for honorable mentions.
my new number 3, Deadpool 2.
Ah,
Okay.
Okay, and my number 2 movie is going to be Day of the Dead, Bloodline.
I want to see that.
Ralph is changing his list.
I want to see that.
Oh, man.
I want to see.
Horror and coffee, baby. Horror and coffee.
All right, Ralph, go ahead. I hope this is an updated list.
No, it's not.
He's gonna be like number 5, Day of the Dead. Number 4, The Nun. Number 3, Halloween.
I haven't changed it. I haven't
All
changed
right, all right, so what you got?
it. Number 5 is
The Nun.
it's Black Panther actually.
Oh,
Very
It's
good.
Black Panther. And that's more about time than anything else because it's coming out early, like in February or March or something like that.
next month.
yeah, next
Next month. So I'm so there. Looking forward to that because I know that's gonna go right into Infinity Wars later. Number 4 is Halloween. Halloween
Yeah.
H40, I guess if you want to call it
Oh,
that, because
don't do
I know it sounds bad, right? They're gonna call it something though.
It's called the Halloween.
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 They're just gonna call it Halloween.
H2022.
H2O cube.
Just Halloween.
No, that's
The
even
third
more
power.
than 40. Anyway, yeah, no, H2O square. Whatever. My math is horrible. The Solo movie, Star
Yeah.
Wars, that's coming in at number 3. And coming in at number 2 is the Steven Spielberg film coming out this summer, Ready Player One.
Wow, you got that one that high on the
Yeah,
list.
I want that,
I'm
yeah, because
surprised.
once I saw the DeLorean from Back to the Future in that preview, I said, "Oh, I'm in. That's it."
You know, every time you see that car, everyone is sold in the movie.
Of course,
Like
of
once
course,
you see that
that's
DeLorean,
classic.
yeah, it's one of those movie things. Go ahead, Pablo. Did you just
All
say?
right. My number 5 is Black Panther.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I have quite a few Marvel movies on this, but I think this year the Marvel movies it's very solid, and I think Black Panther is probably going to be the best of them of this year.
Wait, you think Black Panther is gonna be better than Infinity War?
I think
Or Aquaman.
Don't bring up DC, man. Don't break the mold.
that's Alex's number 1.
Oh Lord Almighty.
I really think Black Panther it's just gonna knock it out of the park.
My man.
Yeah. I mean, I do have it number 5, but at the end of the year, I think it's probably going to be on one of my top favorite movies of the year. Okay, so number 4, Halloween, and I think me, Silvio, and Ralph got Halloween on the same number, right? Number 4.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Love it.
Oh yes, I'm looking forward to Halloween. Can't
I
wait.
hope they don't ruin it. Remember all the stuff we talked about?
Yeah. But here's hoping. Yeah. Here's hoping. All right. My number 3 is a movie that for a while there, it was my favorite Pixar movie until Coco came out, and that's Incredibles. And this summer, we're getting Incredibles 2, finally. That's my number 3.
People have been waiting for that one for a long time.
Yeah. And my number 2 movie, and I'm really looking forward to this movie so much. But I can't explain it. Solo, a Star Wars movie.
Why can't you explain that? That makes sense.
Because, it's a Star Wars movie. Because of all the problems that we've been reading this movie had with the change of directors, with the main cast as Han Solo, who they're saying that they had to bring in an acting coach because they're saying that he's not a good actor. And all these
guys buy all of that? Do you buy all of that? I mean, you know how in a movie you have a MacGuffin, something that leads you towards something that doesn't mean anything, just so it distracts you, and the main plot becomes so much better. And I really think that this is a Disney MacGuffin. I mean, I cannot believe that they're staking so much on this movie, just like any Star Wars movie they put out there, and they're going to come out 5 months before it comes out saying the guy can't act. We got Ron Howard as the director. It's not like they brought in Joe Schmo.
Oh, you mean like Rian Johnson?
Oh, Rian Johnson. Oh
no! Don't.
I mean like Josh Whedon for Justice League.
Here we go again.
We're not gonna go down this road, but you're right. First of all, Disney's not gonna cast someone that cannot act as their main guy to carry the movie. There's no way Disney's gonna allow that, because then that basically anyone could go and audition for a Star Wars movie. Yeah.
Heck, I'll go.
Yeah, like you can't act, you're the main guy. Let's go. I think your brother's right. I think it's just one of those.
I'm ready.
Yeah. Look, it can go both ways. You're right. Yeah. The same thing happened with Wonder Woman, all the things that were coming out.
Oh, yeah, Wonder remember Woman. That? Sure. Yeah.
But the same thing was coming out of Justice League, and that was proven right.
Well, that was proven correct.
So we don't know. We have to take it with a grain of salt.
Well, the only difference is that DC had a trend of it, whereas Star Wars hasn't had a trend of bad karma. Like DC had it coming. But I
do agree with in the chat room what Nina is saying real quick. I think that what they should have done first is the Obi-Wan movie before the Han Solo, and get Ewan McGregor to play Obi-Wan again. That would have been.
That would have killed. Yes.
Yeah. That would.
Aren't they still trying to make that happen?
They're making an Obi-Wan movie. That's the next.
But it's not going to be with Ewan McGregor.
But they haven't confirmed it yet.
Yeah.
They haven't confirmed it, but the rumors is that it's going to be him.
It gotta be.
He's mad young.
Done. It's done.
He can still do it.
Yeah.
They had him in fake beard and when he played Obi-Wan.
I mean, he was in The Force Awakens. They brought him back to do the voiceovers, doing Rey's flashback. Yeah.
In Rey's vision.
Yeah. So he's definitely still involved.
Right.
Yeah. All right. So are we gonna?
All right. So anyway, that's my 5.
Okay.
All right. Next. So now our number ones, right?
Our number ones.
Go ahead, Pablo. Go first. Since you ended it, you go first.
All right. My number 1, of course, is Avengers: Infinity War.
No, who didn't see that coming?
Oh man,
who didn't see that one? I think everyone could have predicted number 1 across the board. Let me see, Ralph. Yours gonna be Avengers?
No, his is The Nun.
I didn't even know The Nun was coming out this year. I am so Sylvia,
out of it. Number 1 is gonna be Avengers.
Infinity Wars.
Yeah, see? So that's
Infinity
true.
Wars, sure, absolutely.
Unless Ralph is gonna break the mold.
No, I'm not gonna break the mold. It's Infinity Wars.
Yeah, so I guess I'm the only one. I'm the only one who broke the mold.
I mean, listen, this movie, even though we already had Avengers 1 and Avengers 2, I mean, the thing that this movie is going to accomplish, we have what 17, 18 Marvel movies
Mhm.
that they all have some sort of a universe and it built in. All of it pretty much leading to this war. I mean, come on, what other movie has really done that? That everything has just come together and built for this one epic movie. I mean,
Harry Potter.
yeah.
Hey, it took 8 films
You know
for
what?
him to
He's
fight
kind of
Voldemort,
right
bro.
about that, Pablo.
Yeah, it took
Yeah.
for him to fight Voldemort. They took 2
And,
parts,
and,
7 and 8.
and the third chapter of the Lord of the Rings trilogy too.
Yeah, so don't try it.
No,
Don't.
but no, I mean, come on. This thing has 17, 18 movies, and we're talking not, but we're talking about separate individual movies in which they're bringing all the main characters into this. Black Panther's in it, Doctor Strange, Ant-Man, Iron Man, Thor, Hulk, Spider-Man.
No,
Guardians
right.
of the Galaxy.
Guardians of the
right. I
Galaxy.
understand what you're saying, but what
Harry
you said
Potter
was
didn't do that.
yes,
Or
they
Lord of the
did.
Rings
Yes,
did not
they
do
did.
that.
In each movie, they started adding characters from the
We
book.
did not have a Hermione solo movie, in which she had part 1, 2, and 3, and then she ends up being. We didn't have that. Okay,
You know
we
what?
didn't have a Voldemort, backstory. He
Yes,
had
they
his own
did.
movie. He had his
They
own
had
movie.
no, but
The
they had it.
Voldemort-
They had it, and they were giving you little snips and bits between every movie until the final one.
So they all had their own separate movies with their own, and then
No,
all
but what
building
I'm
up.
saying is answering your question. You said what franchise could put all characters together, and I answered.
That's
No,
not.
you're
no,
talking
no, no.
about
I'm
every.
talking about the universe, a universe that was built like this. Nobody has built this type of universe, at least
No.
not in this scale.
I agree.
No, and they won't. But I mean, with this movie, we all kind of agree that they're gonna start flushing out everyone that makes millions of dollars. So Robert Downey Jr. is dying. Captain America is gonna be dying.
Wait, hold on. But
What?
Alex,
You don't know that.
Who don't know that?
No,
You-
but hold on.
Well,
But what does that
but
have
here-
to do with the
No.
fact that
I'm saying is that yes, it's leading up to this big battle, but we all kind of know that some of these heroes are gonna die. They already said
But
that.
you know what's
the
the good thing about this? Just like in the comic books, this is a perfect opportunity. You're
kill-
bringing it up to this point. All these characters that we like as Iron Man, Tony Stark, which is Robert Downey Jr., Captain America, which is who is it again?
Chris
whatever.
Evans.
Chris Evans, yes.
Yeah.
Anyway, we can kill them off now in this movie. And if we bring him back as a new Iron Man, we do that in the comic books. We even have a new Spider-Man, which is Morales. With Captain America, there's 2 Captain Americas, aren't there, right now in the comic book world?
I think
So
it's Bucky and some other dude.
Right now would be a perfect time to really bring this to a great apex, a great fight. Everything we've been waiting for. Marvel has built it up just right. And if they kill off a few characters and then they bring them back and recast them as somebody else because somebody else got fitted for the new Iron Man suit, we're gonna love it as well.
and now
I
they
think
own
it's
the
gonna be
X-Men, so they can bring
And
in
now
the
they own the X-Men.
So
Yeah, I mean, Marvel has been doing it right for the past, and DC's playing catch up. I'm sorry.
No, I totally agree with everything you're saying. I'm just saying is that I'm hoping to walk into that theater, dude's dying. Like I'm
Yes,
already
but-
going in there with
Yeah.
that.
I know, but I
I
feel like
went into
that's,
Civil War expecting somebody to die.
Yeah,
But
that's
I-
like
Didn't happen.
but I feel like that's a separate discussion.
Sure.
My discussion is that this is the most anticipated movie
Oh,
for
absolutely,
me
you're right.
because of all
No,
the
no,
build up, the
Yeah,
big
yeah,
build
yeah.
up that's been going on. That's why I'm so looking forward to this movie. That was my thing.
Yeah, it's been
no, I'm
many
just
years
saying.
building
Yeah, no,
up.
I agree with you. I mean, my number one is completely different from you guys because your 3 you got Avengers and mine was number 5 Avengers. My number 1 was Tomb Raider.
You're weird.
Yeah, I picked Tomb Raider as my number 1.
Tomb Raider.
Yeah, Tomb Raider.
I know.
Yeah.
The new Lara Croft.
Yeah, the new Lara Croft movie. It looks exactly like the cartoon. I mean, the video game. I
Well,
mean,
if they can do it more closely to the video game than the Angelina Jolie version,
no.
um,
If you played,
I would agree with you.
if you played
yeah,
the
it's a good movie.
latest, if you played the latest Tomb Raider, not this one, but the one before that, when they redid everything with Tomb Raider, that's what the movie's based off of. Her running into the plane. You do that in the game. Yeah, that's why I was like, this is awesome. She has the wall climbing red thing. That's all in the game. So that's what I like about it. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool.
Let's just remember there hasn't been a really good
No,
movie made from
a video game at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, Assassin's Creed was garbage.
Yeah.
So
So was House of
I'm
the
having-
Dead and everything else.
Well,
All right.
there's always this taboo about when you take a video game and try to make a movie out of it.
Super Mario Brothers.
oh
that
yeah,
was excellent.
that was really bad.
yeah. Mario.
He didn't even do that. Yeah, that's how bad. They had King Koopa was Dennis Hopper. Duh, you know that was bad.
Hey, should we go to the live chat? Because a lot of people.
Yeah, a lot of
Yeah, a
people,
lot of people are talking
yeah,
right
a
now.
lot of haterators out there. No, just joking. All right, so there we got.
Go ahead, Alex.
No, go ahead. You go.
Freedom.
Go ahead.
All right, so
Start from the
um,
top because this chat is going. It's
Well,
live
let's-
tonight, ladies.
Let's go.
Live.
Let's go see what other people were saying about the movies that they're looking forward to, like anticipated.
All right.
What do we
Yeah,
have?
you're right. I need to go. Okay, we have. We're gonna start with Palantitania. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Black Panther. So that's a vote for Black
Oh,
Panther.
Palante Taina. That's Palante Taina.
Oh, Palantitania.
That's
Okay, got it.
Sandy. That's
He said-
Sandy.
Just say Sandy, man.
Just say Sandy.
Just say Sandy.
Just
We
say-
have Truth or Dare. Jose Rosado says Truth or Dare. I didn't see the trailer. The trailer just dropped recently, right?
Yeah, I think so because I haven't seen it either.
Wow. Okay.
Emma says she can't wait to see The Nun.
Yes.
Marina says Ocean's 8 has a great cast, which I agree.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just with Ocean's 8, I'm scared of the whole Ghostbusters.
No. The
Backlash.
trailer. No, the trailer looks 10
No,
times better
The
than.
trailer did look good.
Yeah,
I'm
it looked
just
like-
hoping. I'm hoping it doesn't get that same type of backlash that Ghostbusters got, and they give this movie a chance.
No,
That's
I
all.
think this movie will get a chance.
Mhm.
More than Ghostbusters.
Okay, good.
All right, so now we have Black Panther, another one, A Wrinkle in Time. Oh, no one mentioned A Wrinkle in Time.
Yeah,
That's the
coming
Oprah
out.
movie, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oprah's
it's
in
based
it.
on a book.
Yeah, it's a book. It's like
But
from the
it's-
best-selling novel. Of
It's a Disney movie.
yeah, another Disney.
Alex, you should have done commercials, man.
I should have, right?
Right?
Insidious and Solo Star Wars.
Who said that?
All
Yeah.
right. Mamma Mia 2.
Who
Someone
said
mentioned that, right?
Okay.
Who
I
said
mentioned that.
Mamma
Who
Mia
said
too?
Mamma Mia?
Okay.
Yeah,
Mamma
who
Mia
said
2.
Mamma Mia too?
Sandy.
Oh my God, Ralph, that was too bad for you.
Dude, I said it
Ralph,
too.
you're gonna have to see Mamma Mia 2.
yeah,
I want to
It's on your list.
yeah.
I want to see it.
Scratch off Halloween.
No, I'm not scratching off Halloween.
The only Mamma
Yeah,
Mia,
you got to scratch off one.
the only Mamma
You
Mia
gotta
I've
take
seen
something off your list.
You spell that with 2 M's. Mamma Mia.
I hear Pierce Brosnan is going to sing again.
Oh my goodness.
Oh no, that wasn't too great.
He said Mamma Mia too. All right, go ahead.
All right. Infinity War would be close to the top for me. That's
Who said that?
Chu.
Who?
Wang Chu.
Oh, Dwayne Chu. Okay.
Okay.
He has R2D2.
Ready Player seems like it's trying too hard to connect with nerd culture. Okay.
I kind of see that.
Yeah.
If you want to, okay,
Yeah, I can see
that's a
that.
cool
Yeah.
thing.
Emma has honorable mentions: The Nun, Maze Runner.
You know,
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
afraid of Maze Runner because it took like a 2-year hiatus because the guy broke his leg or something.
Yeah, he had a serious
hurt.
injury.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the thing is like the last one was kind of weak. Part 2.
Mm.
I thought that part 2 was kind of weak in the story.
I want to make a note of Jose Rosado said Wreck-It Ralph was the only video game movie that was successful, but that was because it wasn't really based on a specific video game.
They
It had
built
its
their own
own
video
story.
game.
It
Yeah.
was kind of like a shoot off, like a spin,
Right.
a twist
Yep.
on the classic video games that we all kind of grew up on,
Right.
and so it wasn't really,
Yeah, and they hit all the right nostalgia points with
Right.
with the meeting, and you had the different characters that we recognize from
Right.
video games, but it wasn't really based on a video game. But I give them some points for that.
And
That's
no
it.
one mentioned that the sequel to that is coming out this year as well. That's a movie coming out.
Nobody had it on the list.
No one had it on
Nobody
the list.
had
I
it
mean,
on the
we're
list.
gonna go through the list of movies that we missed, so we could
Okay.
just talk a little bit about it. But on the
all right.
chat, one
Yeah, that-
person said, now I kind of lost myself. Oh, it says Marina La Frosia.
Yeah.
Says
I know who that is.
Yeah, it says the trailer for Infinity Wars alone was better than most DC movies.
Ooh, yes, absolutely.
I tell you that is damn true.
All right.
Yeah, pretty much.
That is so true. That's not even funny.
We
But
see-
Aquaman, we still haven't seen the Aquaman trailer.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
that-
Nobody had that on their list.
No.
No,
My man.
no,
Oh man, that's all man.
no way.
All right. Dwayne Chu says Disney wouldn't cast someone who couldn't act for a Star Wars movie, but Lucas would and did.
Well, he had. Yeah.
That's really good. I like that.
I
Yeah.
hate sand.
Okay, so yeah, I'm just scrolling through real quick, and here goes one from Sandy when she says the Half-Blood Prince was essentially a biography.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
that was part 3, right?
Half-Blood Prince, that's part
no,
4. No, part
part
4.
Part 4, actually. Yeah.
No, part 5, because Goblet of Fire is part 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I think that's it.
Yep, that's pretty much it.
Awesome.
All right.
All right,
All
so the
right.
ones that we missed, you want me to go through a quick list to see the ones?
Yeah,
that we
yeah,
missed?
yeah.
Yeah, we have
All
about
right.
10 minutes left, so
Do not rush me. I don't care about X-Files, bro.
9 minutes.
No. Yeah, I'll tell you right now what happened on X-Files. You want me to tell you what happens on X-Files?
Oh no. We still got to talk about what we saw this week.
Yeah. All right, so let's just do that because we were getting rushed because Pablo wants to see X-Files.
No,
So-
I'm just saying.
No. 'Cause-
All right.
No. Shush. Shush. All right, so what did we watch this week?
Schools are closed tomorrow, so we can stay up a little bit longer.
Oh,
That's
no, I'm just
Yes,
joking.
so-
All right,
so-
so let's get to let's see what we saw this week. Silvio, you want Ralph goes first. Go ahead, Ralph.
I saw two cool things. I finally saw Bright with Will Smith on Netflix.
Yes.
That movie would have done well in the theater, man.
I
really-
I don't know. It could have been 50-50.
You think so?
Yeah, because a lot of people would have had the bad taste in the mouth with Suicide Squad, so I don't think they would have went to the theater.
But
to
if
watch
you
it.
go in there with that expectation, don't go in there with that expectation.
yeah, but we talking about
Clear-
people.
clear
now.
your head. Man, true. But clear your head and watch this movie. I strongly recommend it. It's a fun movie. It's a good movie. It had a story. It had a strong plot, in my opinion. It's not like the greatest movie ever made, of course, but it was a full-length Netflix film that is worth watching on Netflix. If you're gonna watch something on Netflix and really make it worth your time, it's definitely Bright.
I agree.
And I also saw because you see, I don't have Stars, right? So the TV the channel Stars, and as a result, I never got a chance to see Ash Evil Dead until they put it on Netflix. And I finally saw the whole. I binge watched that joint, like Ash and Evil Dead.
Do they have
And-
both seasons or just season one?
I think they had both. They had both seasons.
Yeah, they had all
Okay, cool.
seasons there. Yeah, they
Yeah.
had.
And it was so much fun.
Yeah.
And it brought me back to the original Evil Dead. Evil Dead 2 was my favorite one. Because it was so
Arnold
funny.
said that movie was girly.
That's messed up.
That's wrong. Oh no. But I really enjoyed it. It brought back a lot of it had that nostalgic thing too, but it also had the new characters and the new and how Ash, Bruce Campbell was amazing in this.
He's a rock
know,
star.
He's
mean,
fun, man.
Yeah, he's a lot of fun. That's exactly that's the best word for that. It's a horror series that's fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
And the best part about it is Bruce Campbell. I mean, the series, the first season, fantastic. I mean,
Yeah,
incredible.
I love the Muppet, the Ash Muppet. Oh my
It was
god,
great.
what Ashy? You called it, Alex?
It's called Ashy Slashy.
Ashy Slashy.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, I
surprised
love
it's not a
Ashley
big star.
Slashy.
The
Huh?
campiness is perfect. It's great.
Yeah,
I'm surprised Bruce Campbell is not a bigger star.
I don't think he wanted to be a
'Cause
big.
everything he's been in, it's just
It's
I
gold.
mean, even the small cameos he had in Spider-Man.
Yeah.
It's just, yeah.
It's funny because everyone laughs, but he was in Darkman, the original Darkman movie.
Oh,
With
yeah.
Liam
I
Neeson?
didn't know that.
Yeah, with Liam Neeson. At
Oh,
the end
wow.
of the movie, when remember he has to change faces. At the end of the movie, Liam Neeson became Bruce Campbell. At the end of the movie, while walking
Yeah.
in the street, is Bruce
Here's a
Campbell's
movie
appearance.
that needs a reboot.
Dude, Darkman was good. That's a Sam
Darkman was
Raimi
good,
movie.
but
That was a good movie.
that needs a reboot.
They
Yeah.
showed when they redid Evil Dead a few years ago. They had Bruce Campbell show up at the post-credit scene to say that famous one word.
Oh yeah, groovy. Yeah.
Groovy.
That movie was
I was like, yes.
Yeah, I mean, in
This is
terms
my
of the TV
boomstick.
show, the TV show is awesome, and it's funny because certain actors, when they leave their role for years and then they come back to play the same role, they're not good again. And it's weird that Bruce Campbell is still the same character that he
Yeah,
played because he's pretty stupid with the decision he makes. I'm telling you, the dumbest things this guy makes is funny. Oh, but go ahead. What's the other one you saw? Oh, Bright. Bright 2 just got announced with Will Smith, and the other guy just signed on and the director.
Oh, so there's a sequel now.
All three signed. The director, Will Smith, and the guy who played Jacob.
Another mission.
Yeah. I mean, they had to. That world was too rich.
Yeah.
I just hope this time they concentrate more on the elven world, the rich people.
Yeah,
I want to see how that was.
Yeah, those elves were brutal, man. The ones that were after the wand.
Yeah, man, they were kicking some butt.
I was like, yo, I was like, I can't get. I was like, whoa, Rivendell got nothing on you.
No, they don't. All right, Pablo, what you got? What movies you saw this week?
Okay. Actually, it's another next Netflix thing. It wasn't a movie; it's a series. I saw season 4 of Black Mirror.
Okay.
Oh God, I just saw. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, if you guys don't know what Black Mirror is,
I do.
it's a Netflix series that I think it started in England. Right? Yeah, in England. And think of Twilight Zone meets Twin Peaks. And which is based on technology, where in each episode, it's its own separate standalone episode, kind of like just like Twilight Zone, but it revolves around technology and how technology could go wrong. And it's very dark, and
Yeah, it is.
some of the episodes is like out there. I mean,
Yeah.
but it's good. I mean, and there's some really good stuff there. I mean, one of them won either an Emmy for best original episode. San Junipero. I don't know if I'm saying that right. That was from, I think, last season. And that one's an amazing episode. If there's one episode, like if you've never seen Black Mirror before and you want to go check this out, I suggest start with that one because that is a great story.
What
but anyway,
season is that?
I think that's season 3. It's called San Junipero.
Okay, and when can you kind of jump into that? Because I had heard the first thing I heard is exactly what you just said. Twilight Zone meets Twin Peaks, and I said, okay, I'm there. And I saw the first 3 episodes, and I'm like, what is this? It was just season 1, and I gave up on it.
You saw
But
season
then
1?
Yeah, the first 3 episodes, and
You didn't like the 3rd episode, which was called A History of Me.
Is that the one where the guy was on the bicycle, the stationary?
No, not the one. No, that was episode 2. I think that was one of the weakest ones, which is like a game show or like a singing contest.
Yeah, that one.
That one was in.
And then the first episode with the pig.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I don't want to.
I mean,
yeah, I saw that one.
But the 3rd episode was good. I think it's called A History of Me, the one where he can see.
Maybe I didn't see that one. Maybe I only got as far as 1 and 2. The thing is, I gave up on it right away because I said, "This isn't what it was sold to me as."
No, watch. See, Marina's saying that it won an Emmy. And she's saying season 3. Yeah, season 3 was really probably the strongest one, but a little stronger than season 4, even though season 4 was really good.
So can I jump right into season 3 and 4?
Yeah, it's just like Twilight Zone.
So you just take your choice of a story.
Exactly,
That's it.
exactly. They're all its own separate.
I'll do that. I'll try 3 and 4.
And if you see the first episode of season 4, it's a take on the old Star Trek series, the original one on TV, and it was really good. It was a great episode.
Why are you directing that at me? Because I'm old?
No, because you're a Star Trek fan. Silly.
Dag.
But anyway, Black Mirror, highly recommended. If you want to go online and maybe look at a list of like the best episodes and maybe follow that, you can do that.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I would probably recommend like that instead of starting from like season 1 because it does take a while for it to pick up. But definitely check it out. I highly recommend it.
Okay.
All right. Silvio, review.
Well, okay. Earlier today, I texted my brother and asked him what are the topics for tonight because I missed the meeting that you guys were just talking about, and he told me to review something that I had seen. I didn't realize he was talking about something I watched this week. For somebody,
It's not Arrival, right?
No, it's not Arrival. Which was a good movie, but no, that's not.
I'm sorry.
I know where that's coming from.
So my review is actually from something that I saw in 2017 that I enjoyed because it was different from a lot of other things I'd seen. So if I can review that rather than on the cuff try and talk about something I saw this week, I'd rather do that. Is that cool?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
All right. Well, what I was going to talk about is Dunkirk. And I don't know if you guys talked about it last week as part of your.
I think we did, right?
Yeah, we talked about it, how boring it was.
Well, I'm going to counter that.
We kind of knew you were countering it, but I'm waiting for it. So let's do this.
Well, first of all, I'm a fan of history. I'm a fan of 20th century history. So I knew the history behind Dunkirk, and I was really looking forward to somebody putting it on the big screen. And what was really outstanding about this is everybody said, you have to see this on the big screen. Some people were even saying, if you don't see it in IMAX, it wasn't worth it. I might counter that, as long as you did see it on the big screen. If the first time you ever watched Dunkirk, Christopher Nolan's Dunkirk, on a smaller TV screen, you might not catch everything about it because it was visually stunning. It was a fantastic film as far as the cinematography and how it was put together. Brevity of speech. There was barely any script. There was no talking. There was no extra exposition. You kind of got what you got from what you saw on the screen, and it was riveting. At least for me, it was. He took an approach of 3 different points of view, and each point of view had different time frames. The air was a lot faster than what was happening on the beach, and different than what was happening out on the sea. And all 3 of those points were extremely important to this true event that happened, which ended up being a retreat, a miracle that saved, I think it was 300,000 men from the army so that they could fight again. And basically might have been something that could have turned everything that we know today around if it hadn't succeeded the way it did. And I think Christopher Nolan did a great job of it. It ends with Churchill's famous speech, the On the Beach speech, that we might have heard if you're an Iron Maiden fan. It's at the beginning of Aces High, one of the songs Iron Maiden does, and you can actually hear a portion of Churchill's speech, which was at the end of the movie. And I thought it was a great way to end that movie. I think Dunkirk was a very good movie.
Oh, they say Iron Maiden played at the end of the movie?
No,
I thought I was gonna like, you take my life and I take your
it's from Iron Maiden's live album, Live After Death.
No,
that's how they opened the show.
Oh,
but in the studio version they had it as well.
No, it's not in Power Slave.
It's not in Aces High, right at the beginning of Aces High?
It's part of the Live After Death.
But it was at the beginning of Aces High in Live After Death.
Exactly, because that's what they opened the show with.
Right, yes.
Yep.
We shall go on to the end. We shall fight in France, on the beaches.
Yeah.
We shall never surrender.
I think I read that Chris Nolan was running down the hallway with the script, and he tripped and fell, and the whole thing fell. He just picked it up and handed it in. So
did that? What's that effect out?
That was Quentin Tarantino for Pulp Fiction.
That one too.
Well, I think most of the script from Dunkirk blew out the window because
each other.
Oh my god! The airplane parts. I was like, oh, okay, that's pretty cool. And I'm like, oh, are these people gonna save the people on the beach that's standing there like idiots? And then I was like, oh, okay. And then all of a sudden they go to the submarine, and I'm like, oh my god, where are we going? Nolan, please help me here. I was like, help me. But I mean, if they added the Iron Maiden music, I would have been all up in it. Like, run to the
Die with your boots on.
Huh? They would have had
Die
like
with your
3.
boots on.
Yeah, that would have been awesome. They would have had the trooper on the beach. Then they had Aces High on the plane. And then
Mr. Midnight.
yeah, man. Yeah, 2 minutes to midnight.
You're
That would have
crazy.
been awesome. 3 Iron Maiden movies in one.
Oh, man, that's
No, but that's pretty cool. So Dunkirk, you liked. Pablo hated it.
No, I didn't hate it. Hold on.
I'm just joking. He didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. I thought the cinematography was great.
No, I said that it was visually stunning.
Yeah, everyone liked that.
I mean, Chris Nolan can't go wrong. I just it didn't for me. I just didn't. I couldn't connect with the movie.
I thought the shit was boring. I have to be honest with you. I'm not gonna try to scientifically try to tell you it was good or not. I'm just be honest with you.
Yeah.
It was freaking boring. I like Hacksaw Ridge. That was a great movie. Did you see Hacksaw Ridge?
Yes, I did.
Wasn't that a great movie?
That was a good movie. Well,
Yeah,
but
it was a great
it was
movie.
different. See, every war movie is always something like that.
From
There's
a
all
point of
these
view.
small- There's all these small battles until you get to a major battle at the end, and then you have an epic finale or a very victorious finale. Dunkirk was different. But first of all, Dunkirk was basically a retreat. It was really a failure. He had to get these guys off the beach before they got killed.
There was no Act 3.
Right.
No, Act 3 was the whole movie.
So
It was stuck in Act 1.
Yeah, they
couldn't
stuck.
have a
They
Dunkirk
stuck in mid-act.
movie that showed something victorious. So I can understand that part of it. Maybe, I mean, I don't want to sound pretentious. I enjoyed it because I understood the history of it. I dug deep into all of that, and I knew it very well. When I saw it visually on the screen, I was like, wow, that's pretty cool, because this is what I had read about. These are stories that I had read in textbooks and history books, and I was like, okay, that looks pretty interesting. That's very close to what it could have been.
No, I mean, I thought that, like I said, even the scene that you hear them, and then you see them all look up and you see the airplane coming. I thought that thing was all cool.
Right.
And then they started shooting. But anyway, what I saw this week, I just saw my season 10 of X-Files, episode 1 and 6 to prepare myself for the new season that dropped tonight.
Did you see that?
I saw episode 1 and 2 of last season. I didn't see this season. The one that premiered today, I didn't see it.
Oh, okay.
I try to hide from the Twitter because I'm
Twitter,
following.
Twitter.
I'm following X-Files on Twitter, and the minute I opened it to see if the link was live, I saw like 20,000 photos from the
Images.
episode. Yeah, I was like,
and I'm like, oh, come on.
yeah. So I
Yeah,
have to,
that's that spoiler thing again. Yeah.
yeah, I'm not with that, but yeah, that's like I said, I saw the X-Files just to prepare. It's nothing big. If you haven't seen it, it's a mediocre story. I think they should have told a better story in season 10 for the X-Files.
I hear this
but-
season is much, much better.
Well, they have to, because Gillian Anderson said she was done with her character, so I guess they had to like regroup and figure out some good stories in 10 episodes. But again, it is what it is. Take it with a grain of salt. But it's cool to see the X-Files again. I just love watching those.
Yes.
Is that going to be on Fox?
Yeah, Fox.
Yeah, it's on Fox.
premiere.
It was on tonight.
Yeah,
Tonight
every
at 8.
Wednesday at 8:00.
Oh, okay. I missed
Yeah. Let's just run quick on the box office numbers, and then we call it.
Mhm.
So right now, The Last Jedi has became the 2017 highest grossing release
Da-da-da.
year.
How much?
As of right now,
Over a billion.
$539 million domestic.
That's crazy.
Worldwide?
Worldwide,
billion.
worldwide is $1.9 billion.
Wow.
And it hasn't released in China yet.
And nope. What's today's date? Nope, in 2 days.
Ka-ching.
In
Okay.
the 5th.
My God, all that money.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even the best Star Wars movie.
All right, get
Yeah,
it started. We're not going down this road with
I didn't say anything.
We're not going down this road with you.
I'm not saying anything.
You just said it. It's not the best Star Wars movie. We're not going down this
It
road.
was just one sentence.
That sentence is appalling. It's horrible. It is. It is one of these.
You lose. Good day, sir.
That's how I felt after I saw it.
Number 2. Oh my God.
You want to get nuts? Come on. Let's get nuts.
No, no, but number 2 is Jumanji. Who knew Jumanji was gonna be number 2?
That
this week?
I haven't
this
seen
week.
it.
Of this
Yeah.
week. Yeah. Jumanji. Number 2. It's weird. You guys saw Jumanji? I didn't get to see Jumanji.
Yeah.
yet.
I haven't
wanna
seen
go
it
see it. But out of $90 million of worldwide total of $352 million, domestically $195 million. Jumanji.
Good for them.
That's not bad. It looks like a sequel is in the horizon in that franchise.
Well, it's a good. What is it? A remake or a sequel?
It's a
from the
sequel
original.
to the original.
Well, it looks like it's better than the original. Apparently,
I don't know. No one can take away Robert Williams' performance. Of
I
part
agree.
one.
I agree. God rest his
Yeah.
soul.
Mhm.
All right. So the top movies of 2017 is The Last Jedi, Beauty and the Beast, Wonder Woman, Guardians of the Galaxy, and Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Top 5.
Top 5. I mean, if you want me to repeat those, I mean, give you the millions of dollars that they produced.
I think it made top 10, which
It?
is really, really cool.
Let me see.
I think
I'll
it's
tell
7.
you. I'll tell you. It is number 6.
Mhm.
Number
was it?
7 is Thor, Ragnarok. Number 8 is Despicable Me 3. Number 9 is Logan, and number 10 is Justice League.
Justice League.
Ew, Justice League beat out Fate of the Furious. Ew.
You went. Ew, gross.
Wow.
You gotta hit it like the little kids. Ew.
That's nasty. Oh my god.
Domestically, Fate of the Furious made $225 million.
Oh man.
Ew.
Emma just put on the live chat. She said that the top 3 highest grossing movies of 2017 are all female led.
Last Jedi, Beauty and the Beast, and Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
Year of the
Yeah.
Woman.
The Year of the Woman.
So I guess this was a girly year.
Oh my God, dude! You got to bring the Bono.
We just lost half our
Someone's
subscribers.
sleeping on the couch tonight.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Oh no. I didn't mean there will when I said that.
That
The-
was
the year-
Ralph
the year of the
Perez,
I was
everybody.
just saying that
Ralph
to make a
Perez.
point. I'm in
Are we
trouble.
having a Pirates of the Caribbean movie?
Yes,
giveaway?
because yes, we are.
Oh!
Hold your horses. Lord Almighty, hold your horses. Okay. So anyway, back to our conversation. Like, Jesus, I like singing like 100 times
this thing
popping
is
up.
falling off the rails. Come on.
Yeah.
Let's stick to landing here. Come on.
Yeah, we're trying to stick the landing. I'm trying to fly it in, and everyone's asking questions.
Like Dunkirk, trying to
Yeah.
fly.
Right now, we're at the beach standing like fools. Oh,
Everybody
Lord.
look up.
Everybody look.
Yeah, look up. All these questions are flying in.
The live
Right.
chats.
Yeah, the live is live tonight. Wow, Jose really wants that Pirate of Gary to get away.
Mm-hmm.
Oh Lord. All right. Anyway, in terms of the box office numbers, it looks like 2017 had a great year. In terms, I mean, nobody went to the theaters if you look at the numbers predicted. But in terms of overall, all the bigger movies that we named actually were the number 1s and 2s. But for 2018, we're gonna wait till the summer, like the beginning of the summer, to give our predictions of who's gonna win the summer.
Yeah,
Okay.
Because there's a lot of movies coming out that summer. And just sit down and break all that down. We'll have
That
a
should be
big
fun.
production, and then we'll gather all those movies together.
Right.
So let's give away some movies. Well, first things first. We'll have Silvio, Ralph do their plugs. I'll give
Yeah.
away the movies.
Okay. Sylvia.
You can find me at About Men Radio or at aboutmenradio.com. Blogs and podcasts there.
All right.
And you can find my channel, Strange Planet NYC, on YouTube itself. You just type that down. We could put the link below on this show if you'd like. Alex, I'll give you the link. And the last thing I put it up actually was my 5 predictions for Star Wars Episode 9. If you're interested about that and to learn what my 5 predictions for Episode 9 and coming out in a couple years is, directed by J.J. Abrams, go to Strange Planet NYC and check out the show.
You see, Ralph, you see what you sparked in the chat? They say, speaking of female cast, consider diversitizing. Wide Range Media should have a female.
I didn't do that.
Yes. See what you just did? Hey, hon, you want to close out the show? You know, I had to have my wife into the show to end it. All right, let's give away some stuff. All right, first things first is Star Wars Force Awakens on Blu-ray. I took the digital codes. No, I'm just joking. No, I did not.
Ooh, careful.
No. It's completely sealed. People see, completely.
Yeah, I
sealed.
see it.
Yeah,
it's 4K.
It's no, man. Star Wars never came out with a 4K movie until The Last Jedi this year.
Okay.
Right. So suck on that one, sucker. All right.
Is my name in that bucket?
Huh? No.
Is my name in that bucket?
We can't, I asked that question too.
No.
Boo.
But the guy, the people that are winning this are everyone that's in the live chat room. Now, so whoever's live tonight is gonna win it. So first thing first, Star Wars.
They have to be present right now.
Yes, the first one who's getting the Star Wars is Dewan Chu.
Dewan Chu won?
Yeah, Dewan Chu. You have won Star Wars Force Awakens on Blu-ray. If he shows himself again.
And a new car.
And
maybe one day.
Dewan Chu left.
Huh? Yeah, you're right. That'll be mad.
Oh my God, where is he?
Oh,
there he goes. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. You have won that. Now, Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man Tales No Tail. That's another one. I still do.
You can keep that one.
No, just joking. That is a pretty good movie, so you can zip it there. All right.
My wife is a big Johnny Depp fan.
That's a pretty good movie. Now, this one goes to Marina LaFrosia.
Oh,
That is.
You don't. You only need to ship it once.
What? Who's that Marina LaFrosia? I know it's part of you guys' family, so
yeah. That's Silvio's kids.
Yeah, there you go. She has
Ta-da!
Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man Tales, No Tail.
I think Silvio
Awesome.
froze though.
Huh? Silvio froze. He got so excited. The bandwidth froze. Everyone.
Oh,
like, oh my
are you
God.
sure it's not just him?
Huh?
I could do it too. Like,
Yeah.
That's how we should end every episode when we're done.
I know, right?
Just freeze like
just
the old
like,
80s
like the Naked Gun at the end of.
Let me
Johnny
text
Depp
him.
is canceled. What does that mean? I don't know who Johnny. Tell him.
I'm telling him
No,
that
no,
his
Johnny
screen-
Depp. You know who Johnny Depp is?
No, I'm saying it says is canceled.
What's canceled?
I don't know.
Oh, I don't know either.
All right, so then for the winners, I guess contact us, email us.
Yeah, email us
Yes.
at wide range media podcast at gmail.com with your name, address, and I'll ship this puppy when the snowstorm is over.
Get word because it's about to come down really hard right now.
But worst comes to worst, I can send you the digital codes. I can give it to you through email if you want to see it like automatically. But other than that, I'll ship these puppies priority mail to you guys and girls, whoever want it. Silvio got lost in translation. I
He
think.
said his Wi-Fi dropped and he's trying to log in again.
Oh, okay.
But we're about to close it out, right? So
Yeah, but it'd be nice for him to be here.
At least
okay, so let's wait for him.
Huh? Well, we could at least talk. But anyway, yes, guys and girls, you have won that. Alex, get up on your young 2018 slang. Oh, okay, yeah, yo.
Yeah, let's talk to people.
All right. So yeah,
we
we're
can
giving
close
these
it.
away.
Yeah, we can close it out since we
Yeah.
already gave out plugs and we announced the winners.
Yes, I know you're rushing to see X Files, man.
I'm not.
I'm like, yes, you are. Yes, you are. It's all right. It's okay.
Oh no, that's so bad.
Breathe in and out. It's okay. All right. We're gonna end it here. So yes, guys and girls in the live chat, thank you for coming. Thank you for participating. Like,
Oh, it was fun, man.
Yeah,
Thank
just
you. It wouldn't be
great.
the same.
Silvio, if he's there he goes.
Oh,
There
Silvio's
you
back.
go.
Yay! You just made it. Because we're about to end.
Yes.
So you just
So
made it.
you can sign us off.
Yeah. You can sign it out.
Okay, for Pablo, Ralph, and Alex, I'm Silvio from Wide Range Media. Looking forward to seeing everybody again next week.
All
That's
right.
right. All right, there you go. Email us. All the winners email me at widerangemediapodcast@gmail.com with names and addresses so I can ship these movies out after the snowstorm. And like always, guys, have a great night and see you next week.